Welcome, everybody. Let's get this show on the road. Everybody, I think there's posters all over about the agenda, so if you are confused at any point, we've got a couple posters all around here, one right to my left, but we're going to kick off this event. My name is Matt Harrington. I'm the Executive Director of the Southwestern Vermont Chamber and producer of this event. I don't plan to talk a whole lot today because it's not really about me, and luckily we have amazing women coming up to speak to you. Hopefully you're a little bit inspired. You get to celebrate with some people, their awards, and have a good meal and really, just get to network and build relationships. This year's Women in Leadership Luncheon exceeded all of our expectations, drawing over 130 attendees, all of you here today, and highlighting the incredible contributions of women leaders in our region. It's inspiring to see this growth. We started this luncheon 3 years ago, kind of with an inclination, a little bit of, we feel like there's a lot of amazing women in our region, and why not pull them all together in May, right around Mother's Day. And so we've been really, really pleased to see this event grow. Statistics show that organizations with women in executive positions are 21% more likely to outperform their peers. Did you know that? Moreover, organizations with diverse leadership are 27% more likely to create long-term value. And so I think that deserves a round of applause. I didn't make those statistics up. They come from McKinsey and they come from Boston Group separately. So I think that those are really important statistics to kind of commemorate why we're here today and what we're celebrating. Our award winners, keynote speaker, staff, and all of you embody these truths every day, demonstrating the transformative impact of women in leadership. This luncheon is not just an event. It's a movement celebrating the vital role women play in driving progress and innovation in our very region. So, let's go over a little bit of the agenda. We have some people that we'll invite up. Then, of course, we're going to hear from the amazing Kate White, our keynote speaker. We're going to hand out some awards. And then we invite everybody to participate in the book signing, which Kate is going to be a part of from 2 to 3. And while you're getting that book signed, or after you get that book signed, Park McCall has actually opened up their historic mansion, I think for the first time this year. So if you would like also a tour of the mansion, I would highly encourage you to do that. And even just being out on the veranda is just a really beautiful sight. So I know some of you want to get back to work, but I would also encourage you, this is your day. Take advantage of it. Spend a little bit of extra time. Even if there's nothing scheduled today, near the end, walk the grounds, enjoy the historic mansion, and meet with friends. So first, we have to thank every year, Lori and her team at Berkshire Bank are just true champions of this movement and really supporters of this event and this chamber. And so let's give a round of applause for Berkshire Bank. I remember that first phone call, Lori, where she was saying, well, we want to participate with the chamber a little bit more, and we have some thoughts. We're really embarking on this women's initiative, and I know Michaela and I had been scheming for a couple of years. How do we pull this all together? And so Berkshire Bank really just gave us the permission and the boost that we needed to move forward with that. So we want to thank them. Unique to this year, I thought it was really special. Lori and her team said, we'd love to invite another co-sponsor, a presenting sponsor. And we wanted to focus on a charity, on a nonprofit, and we also wanted to be female-focused. And so this year, Lori and her team have chosen Project Against Violent Encounters, or PAVE as we know it. And so we want to welcome PAVE as well to the show. We'll hear from both of them in a couple of minutes. We also have pointed out that the book signing is in the back, so hopefully either you bought a book with your ticket or there are books for sale today, and so please take advantage of that. We want to thank our book signing sponsors and hosts. We have the Northshire Bookstore back there, and we have Macnick Builders, Sandra, over there. Thank you so much, Sandra, for sponsoring this. And now, we open up a special opportunity for people that just want to acknowledge that women in leadership and women in the workplace matter to their business. And so we open up a small little sponsorship. It's just kind of a token gesture. But I think it's really important to acknowledge these people that have stepped out and said, you know what? Yeah, we want to make sure that we recognize and that we're here today. And so I want to just acknowledge them. They're on the board here as well. And so that includes Coggins Auto Group, Green Mountain Academy for Lifelong Learning, VNA and Hospice of the Southwest Region, Hoffman Real Estate, Couch and Cork, Southwestern Vermont Medical Center, Gamers Grotto, the Better Business Bureau, Heritage Family Credit Union, MSK, United Counseling Service, the Four Chimneys, and Hayden Plumbing and Heating. So a round of applause for them. That's great. I would also just encourage you as you look at these brands and these logos and these companies, just when you think about shopping, when you think about going out, when you think about getting a heating system installed, think about, hey, they were there on that day in May. I want to be there for them. So please shop with them or work with them. Also in kind, we have our Shire's Young Professionals here today, our Bennington banner and Vermont News and Media, so Sue and Ahmed and the gang, thank you guys for sponsoring and helping us to promote this. GNAT-TV is filming, so we will have a recording, but we want to thank Mike and the team over at GNAT-TV, and then Old Mill Road Publishing as well, Craig and the gang over there, thank you guys for promoting this as well. We have to give a big round of applause to Nick, the team at Pangea, who are giving us an awesome lunch today. So a round of applause for them. And I think it's fair to say, Michaela, that Mary probably outdoes herself every single time she does flower arrangements for us. And so this year just looks even more beautiful than every other year, but we want to give an acknowledgement to Abuela's Floral Studio and Mary over there. I think you're over there somewhere, Mary. Over here, Mary. Thank you, Mary. And then finally, our host here today, the beautiful Park McCullough, and today you're actually in their carriage barn. If you want more information about them, I know Polly's around, as well as Kelly, the president of the board here. Just a round of applause for them hosting us here in this beautiful facility. And so now I have the pleasure of bringing up our board president, Shannon McClenathan with the Bank of Bennington, to say a few remarks.
Thank you, Matt. Wow, what a view. This is amazing and overwhelming, for sure. It is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before this gathering of remarkable women leaders today. As we come together in this room, we bring with us a wealth of experiences, insights, and accomplishments that truly illustrate the power of women's leadership. In this room, we have leaders from various backgrounds, industries, and walks of life, each bringing a unique perspective and a set of talents to the table. Let us seize this opportunity to learn from one another, to inspire and to be inspired, and to forge meaningful connections that will propel us forward on our respective journeys of leadership and impact. Today as we gather, let us not only celebrate our individual achievements, but also acknowledge the collective strength that we possess when we unite in purpose and vision. Together, we are a force to be reckoned with, capable of driving meaningful change and creating a more inclusive and equitable world for all. So let us embrace this moment with gratitude, courage, and determination. Let us amplify each other's voices, support one another's aspirations, and together, let us continue to redefine what it means to lead with grace, strength, authenticity, and integrity. At this time, I'd like to call Erica and Michaela up to join me. And Matt, I know this isn't on your agenda, but you'll forgive me. You'll forgive me later. We tried to sneak this past him. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to honor and dedicate today's celebration to the beloved Deb Mackin. Deb, Matthew's mom, was known for her strength and her faith, and her professional success, was committed to leadership development. This chamber was truly blessed to work with her for many years, and we are continued to be blessed by the outstanding young man that leads this organization. So today I'd like to dedicate today's celebration to Deb Mackin. Honoring the legacy of Deborah Mackin in recognition of her outstanding guidance and teamwork contributions to the region while empowering others to collaborate, lead, and achieve together. Her vision and dedication not only fueled business success, but also inspired others to lead with integrity and purpose.
Thank you.
And now I hand it over to Polly.
Hi, everyone. It's fantastic to see you all here. Thank you for joining on this day. It's an honor to have you in this spot. So you're sitting in the carriage barn, built in 1865, and across the lawn, the historic Governor's Mansion, the Park McCullough, will be open this afternoon. I would love for you to come by to visit. I'd say about 2 to 4 p.m. I'll open the doors to the porte cochere. Check out the first floor. We're not open for the season as of yet, but as of May 26th, the season begins. We will be open Thursday through Sunday, 10 to 4. And before you head out today, please visit a little table in the back to the right of the drinks for a calendar of events. We have so much happening this season, something for everyone. So grab a calendar of events. There is a membership brochure. I'm just really enthusiastic. I'm thrilled to have you all here today. It's befitting for us that you are here because we decided in the year 2024 to concentrate on women of the house and women of the community. So we are trying to pull the stories from the amazing women that are part of the Park McCullough history. We'd love to have you be a part of that. And I'm going to take my shaky voice away and pass it along to the next person. Enjoy your lunch today, and thank you for being here. Thanks.
Okay, next up we'll have Lori from the Berkshire Bank join us, as well as, do we have Lindsay coming up for PAVE? Why don't you both come up and then we'll have you guys
Thank
welcome.
you very much. Thank you, Matt. I'm really excited to be here for the third annual Women in Leadership Luncheon. As Matt may have mentioned, my name is Lori Kiley. I'm Managing Director of the Foundation and Regional President at Berkshire Bank. I'm really honored to be here on behalf of Berkshire Bank as presenting sponsor once again for the third annual Southwestern Vermont Chamber of Commerce Women in Leadership Luncheon. We're especially proud to have been the presenting sponsor for this event since its inception because we truly understand the importance of uplifting and celebrating women in our community. As Matt mentioned, we discussed it and it was a perfect fit for us. And this year, we're especially pleased to be joined by Project Against Violent Encounters, PAVE, to help bring attention to the important work that they do. And in a moment, I'll give Executive Director Lindsay Brillen an opportunity to say a few words about PAVE and the unfortunate increased need for their services. But at Berkshire Bank, we believe in women's empowerment and leadership. We're proud to say that at our organization, women comprise 66% of our workforce, 55% of whom are in manager roles, and additionally, 5 members of our board of directors are women. Our gender diversity is higher than industry average, and Berkshire Bank was named to the 2003 Bloomberg Gender Equality Index, which we're really proud of. And we have a female power team here today, so I just want to quickly introduce them in the front table here. We have Karen Heston, maybe just wave your hand. Karen Heston from our wealth management team. Katie Brady from R&L & Associates up in Rutland, which is an investment firm, which is part of Berkshire Bank, but you may not have known that. Michelle Hunter is our retail regional leader. We have Jessica Cartier, who is our My Banker, which is a personalized banker, and Jessica's new to that role, but not new to Berkshire Bank. And we have Denise Thompson, Director of Small Business Banking Credit at Berkshire Bank, so really a great team with us today. Some of you may have heard that we have something called the Center for Women, Wellness, and Wealth as well, which encourages active participation in financial decision-making and provides women with the education, tools, and solutions key to achieving long-term financial wellness as well as overall health, because we all know we can't be financially healthy if we're not physically healthy or emotionally healthy. Over the last few years, we've been building this program, CWWW as we call it, and we've hosted collaborative events, webinars on estate planning and other types of financial education, health and wellness programs, and more. So keep an eye out for all of the program that we'll be planning for this year. At Berkshire Bank, we believe that building stronger communities requires a better approach to banking. This concept is at the core of our people, our culture, and the work that we do daily. Just recently, we announced during Q1 2024 that our foundation provided over $400,000 in philanthropic investments to foster upward economic mobility and enhance opportunities for success in the regions that Berkshire Bank serves. One of those organizations is PAVE, as we mentioned, which provides free and confidential services to victims of domestic and sexual violence in Bennington County. And unfortunately, the need for their services continues to increase. Please welcome Lindsay Brillin to say a few words about PAVE.
Thank you all for having us and to Berkshire Bank for including us in this wonderful event. I'm not going to load you down with a bunch of statistics. I feel that anyone that kind of lives in our community already knows the need for domestic and sexual violence services. When you're in the midst of a cycle of relationship violence, it's easy to lose sight of the reality that there's another way to live. Even more so if you are raised in that cycle. It is said that when you are born in a burning house, you think the whole world is on fire. When I look across this room, I see exactly what the female survivors of domestic violence that come to us need to see. Women in their community living, thriving, and existing in lives free from control, coercion, and fear. It inspires and reminds others that there is another way. Just by living your lives in the public sphere, everyone in this room offers hope to survivors. You amplify the message that the whole world is not on fire. So thank you for being beacons of light for the women in Bennington County. At PAVE, we strive to promote hope for all survivors who seek our services, aiding them in finding pathways to a future that's bright, violence-free, and filled with the love they deserve. We do this through our hotline services that in the last year, unfortunately, fielded over 500 calls for service. Our emergency housing shelter, our housing and court advocacy, supervised visitation, and youth and community education. Our ability to provide services relies heavily on community support. Our crisis hotline is staffed mostly by volunteers, and community donors infuse our programs with much needed monetary support. An example of the support we get from the community can be seen in the hallway in our auction table. All the items on the table were donated by local businesses or artists, and all benefits from the auction go to support our existing programs. The auction starts today, but it doesn't end until June 13th. So if you want to bid today, you can, or you can take a little card and there's a QR code and you can bid. But we really thank you for any support. And again, thank you to the Chamber and thank you to Berkshire Bank for including us.
Thank you very much, Lindy. Thank you for the work that you do. It's just amazing work and really needed, and we truly appreciate that. So with that, thank you so much for being here. We're very excited to be here celebrating with all of you. Congratulations to all the honorees, and we're really excited to hear from Kate as well. So thank you for coming, and we're just really pleased to be supporting this great event. So thank you.
And there's more. But I just want to say thank you to my staff and the board for that great memorial and gift. Yeah, this was a brainchild somewhat in the spirit of Deb Mackin when we first started it, and Michaela and I met and really knew what it felt like for a mother, sometimes a single mother, to be raising children and also be starting a small business. And so we just really created this in honor of her without her even knowing it at certain points. But again, thank you very much. Okay, so now let's left turn to some excitement because we want to celebrate our keynote. Get ready to be inspired, energized, and maybe even a little bit starstruck. Maybe. This year's Women in Leadership Luncheon is thrilled to welcome a true powerhouse as our keynote speaker, the dynamic Kate White. You might know Kate as the former editor-in-chief of your Cosmo magazine. You might have looked at who was publishing it back then or who was the editor, and you might have seen her name, her byline. Cosmo, under her leadership, became the top-selling magazine on newsstands across the United States. Yeah. That's quite amazing. That's that 27% we were talking about, yeah. Before we were even paying attention to it, probably, right? Or not, So she's interesting because, she's not just about magazine covers either. She is also a New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and USA Today best-selling author of 18 gripping suspense novels, including the thrilling The Last Time She Saw Him, which is making its debut right here at the Luncheon. So please, again, make sure to pick up a copy at the pop-up Northshire bookstore in the back there. 10 years ago, Kate made a bold move, stepping away from her illustrious magazine career to dive headfirst into her passion for writing suspense fiction. Her books keep us on the edge of our seats, turning pages long into the night. Kate is also the brilliant mind behind the best-selling career books, including the game-changing I Shouldn't Be Telling You This, How to Ask for Money, Snag the Promotion, and Create the Career You Deserve. And featured today at our pop-up shop, the revolutionary The Gutsy Girl Manifesto. Today, Kate will be diving into a fascinating theme with all of you. Well, we kind of talked back and forth saying, feeling stuck, how to think like a mystery writer and start a new chapter for yourself. So get ready to learn how to unravel the mysteries of your own life and career and discover fresh, exciting ways to write your next chapter. So sit back, relax, enjoy. You've got lunch, get another lemonade if you need to, and prepare to soak in the wisdom and wit of the incredible Kate White. Come on up, Kate.
Thanks so much, Matt. How many mystery and thriller readers do we have here today? Thank God, because as Matt said, that's what I do for a living now. And despite the amount of dead bodies and blood spatter and bad actors in my books, it's an incredibly fun job. I get to be my own boss. I get to work wherever I want, including our home in Uruguay, where we spend our winters. And I get to hang with really fabulous mystery authors. I knew that I would not be able to handle a side hustle while I was running Cosmo. So I put the chapters in a drawer, and about, 4 or 5 months later, over the Christmas holidays, I got them out and reread them. And I was in for a little surprise. There was a detail that I had not remembered writing. The nanny who was found dead had been discovered on a copy of Cosmopolitan I'd written. And so I start what-ifing again. What if this is a sign from the universe? What if I still tried to do it while I was at Cosmo? What if I wrote just 1 page a day? I would have 365 pages by the end of the year. So I did it, and about 2.5 years later, my first mystery came out, and because it was a Kelly Ripa book club pick, it became an instant New York Times bestseller, and that really laid the foundation for me. And then, as Matt mentioned, about 12 years ago, as I saw the magazine business collapsing because of the internet, I just decided, get out now. What if I set myself up in a whole new career? And that was what led to my reinvention. So those are the strategies that helped me along the way, getting unstuck, reinventing, reimagining. There's just one last piece of thriller writing advice I'll offer as I finish. One of the things writing teachers always tell you is come back to character. What does your main character want? What is preventing her from getting it? And what are the hurdles she needs to get over in order to get what she wants? Now, you would think an author would have this in mind, but sometimes you get so caught up in the crazy plot twists or plot points you want to do that you lose sight of the fact that they may not match up with who you have created your character to be. And I think that's a great lesson for life too. Thinking about your character. What do you want most? What's preventing you from having it? And what choice can you make that will lead to something truly transformative? And now I will finish with the 2 words that I typed into my laptop last week, and I like typing in every single May when I'm completing a new book. The end. Thank you.
Keep it going. Another round of applause for Kate. That was great. All right, and as is our tradition at this luncheon, we are ahead of schedule. So we tend to move through this luncheon very quickly, which is great, and giving all of you a lot more time to network and build relationships. So at this point, yes, if you need to go to the bathroom or get another drink, please do that. We're going to move into our award celebration. So why don't we take 3, 4, and then we'll come back for awards. Okay? Which is new this year, and I love the fact that the committee, I don't know if we asked about it or if you told me that this is the way it was going to be, but we have previous award winners, which all happen to be women, coming up to read the awards and giving the awards out to other women, which obviously works once you're in year 3. It doesn't work in year 1, so I had to give out all the awards. But I love the concept, and I can't, I know the women that we have here, they all sat on the committee. People did nominate women for each award. We did have a long committee meeting. We went through all the paperwork, all the what ifs, and we came up with these names, which I think stand out as some of the best women this year in the region. So without further ado, I'm going to have Val Harrington come up and Kaya Kirk, previous Young Women in Leadership Award winners, to read out the award. And also different as they come up, different this year, we're going to do photographs afterwards. So don't feel like you have to come up and bumble Loriana has instructed me that enjoy this moment. You get to say a couple of words as you come up, and we'll take pictures after, okay?
Where's some tall baddies?
Oh, yeah. All right, so hello, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and all those who inspire us to reach for the stars. Good afternoon. My name is Valerie Harrington. For those who don't know, I am the marketing director for the Coggins Auto Group.
And hi, I'm Kaya. Among many things, I'm the production manager at Bennington Theater. It's so lovely to be here with you all. And today, we have the immense pleasure of presenting the award for the 2024 Young Woman of the Year. Yay. There were so many amazing nominees this year, including Tiffany Rasco, Sarah Kipper, Lauren Sinelli, Janice Corey, Beth Wallace, Maggie Rubik. This year's recipient embodies the very essence of dedication, passion, and drive.
She's a force to be reckoned with in her profession and an absolute gem in her community.
Absolutely. Let's take you on a journey through the achievements of this remarkable young woman, starting with her role as chairperson of the Executive Leadership Committee for the Komen VT More Than Pink Walk.
Which is just the beginning, because she has also been hailed as a rising star by Vermont Biz Magazine class of 2023.
And if you thought that was all, hold on to your hats. She has dedicated her time and energy to volunteer work, including lending her talents to the Bennington County Habitat for Humanity resale store and serving as a mentor for the collaborative.
But wait, there's more. In her professional realm of real estate, she's not just making waves, she's creating entire tsunamis, serving as the state director for the South Central Vermont Board of Realtors and chairing the Vermont Association of Realtors Member Engagement Committee.
And if that simply wasn't enough to leave you in awe, she is on a continuous journey of growth and learning, pursuing NAR designations and certifications to further excel in her field.
But what truly sets her apart is her heart of gold. Described as a diehard, driven, and inspiring leader, she's as passionate about her career as she is about her volunteer efforts.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is our absolute honor to present the 2024 Young Woman of the Year Award to the one and only
Andy Fusco.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm truly honored to accept the Young Woman in Leadership Award. This recognition means a great deal to me. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Southwestern Vermont Chamber of Commerce for acknowledging my efforts. I'm a strong believer of the theory that you're the sum of who you surround yourself with. I'm grateful for the support and mentorship of my colleagues at Four Seasons Sotheby's International Realty, who are also driven and successful women. Ellen, Lee, Nancy, Betsy, Tara, Jess, and Laura, your guidance has been invaluable, and I take pride in working alongside each of you. Your expertise, encouragement, and camaraderie have played a significant role in my growth, both personally and professionally. I would like to acknowledge the following organizations, their staff, and their volunteers who have given me opportunities to learn and grow. Thank you to the Southern Vermont Association of Realtors, or the South Central Vermont Association of Realtors, the Winhall Community Arts Center, the Londonderry Tri-Mountain Lions, Bennington County Habitat for Humanity, Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation, and the Vermont Association of Realtors. Leadership requires passion and vision. Mine is focused on a world without breast cancer. As chairperson of the Executive Leadership Committee of the 2024 Komen Vermont More Than Pink Walk, I invite you to join me on Saturday, October 5th, 2024 at Hunter Park at the Northshire Civic Center in Manchester, Vermont. Your support, whether by starting a team, becoming a sponsor, or volunteering, will make a difference. Let's work together to advance the fight against breast cancer and move closer to a shared vision of a healthier future. I would like to thank Linda, Nicole, and Liz from Komen for supporting me in all of my endeavors. Finally, I'd like to thank my mom, who's here today, Candace Fusco. She's a remarkable leader, teacher, and a guiding light in my life. Receiving this award is a testament to her lessons. I also appreciate the support of my friends Justine, Lily, Lindsay, and Vicki of Maple Leaf Realty, who are here today also, who are committed to improving Bennington County. I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had to make a difference in our community, and I'm committed to continuing to serve as a leader and an advocate for positive change. Thank you for this honor. It's a privilege to be a part of the Shire's community.
All right, next up, I'm going to invite Susan Puissance up, who was the Woman of the Year 2 years ago at this event, and she's going to read the Woman of the Year for this year.
Thank you, Matt. Well, I have the great honor and privilege of announcing the 2024 Woman of the Year. This award is presented to a woman who has shown outstanding leadership and service to their business, community, and career. This year, the field of amazing women was long and impressive. The nominees are Jenna Caslin, Carrie Allen, Jill Maynard, Kate Bryan, Holly Anderson, Leslie Keefe, Tammy Riley, Victoria Silsby, Pamela Duchesne, Lori Medcalf, Jennifer Hoffman, Nicole Abedi, Rosanna Morna, Margie Diamond, and Meg Kinney. And you guys thought this is easy, because that list is impressive, right? So let's give a round of applause to all the nominees, please. So I met this year's Woman of the Year through my work at the Bennington Banner. It didn't take me long to connect with her on both a professional and personal level. We spoke often, and most times our conversations would wind up talking about our community or our kids. I knew her as a professional, but also as a very passionate person and an involved parent. Her nominator used these words to describe her. She leads with compassion and generosity, working tirelessly to foster positive change in our region. She cultivates relationships within Arlington to bolster BVHC's patient portal and panel of philanthropic support. Through this role, she supports community health and wellness for all, promoting health equity amongst marginalized populations across Bennington County. For the last several years, she has been a dedicated food bank volunteer at area Veggie Van Go distributions, and in all kinds of weather, she shows up with a big smile and lots of heart. She's actively involved with the expansion of the Arlington Food Shelf and serves on the Bennington County Hunger Council. In addition to all this, she serves on the GNAT-TV board, the Red Stocking program, which provides gifts to children who would otherwise go without, and is a member of the Elks, and that's just to name a few. Her nominator said, she is a shining example of what it means to show up for your community, and any and every community partner she has collaborated with says the same thing. She's genuine, kind, and a pleasure to work with, and I couldn't agree more. The 2024 Woman of the Year is the Director of Development and Community Relations at Battenkill Valley Health Center, Kate Bryan.
Thank you, Susan, for those kind introductions. And thank you to the Southwestern Vermont Chamber of Commerce team for organizing this inspirational event and for this truly unexpected recognition. Being in this room full of confident and compassionate leaders is truly an honor. I, like most of you, wake up each day excited to make a difference that matters. But we don't do this work alone. Through my job at BVHC, I've been fortunate enough to partner with so many of you. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to making our corner of Vermont a great place to live, work, and play. You make my job one I love. Over the years, I've been fortunate enough to volunteer for some pretty remarkable organizations and programs. I'm forever grateful to be able to give back to the community that helped raise me, my children, and assist us when we needed it most. We aren't often provided public opportunities to thank those closest to us, so I'd like to do that now. You can hold the music, Matt. I promise I won't take long. I might get a little choked up, though. I have three special women here with me today, who've played an integral role in my life. Thank you, Mom, Judy, who has spent her entire life serving and caring for others. Her hugs not only let you know that she cares, but let you know that you're loved, an impact I hope to have on others. And her brownies, which are darn good, not only fill your belly, but fill your soul. Thank you to my sister Joy, whose strength and grace during her battle with breast cancer inspired me to be a better sister and person. I knew that with her support and love during my diagnosis of ovarian cancer this past fall, I too would kick cancer's ass. And to my daughter Riley, you are a beautiful compilation of the strong women before you. Your ability to take risks, try new things, and live life to the fullest makes me nervous, it makes me anxious, and sometimes a bit nauseous. And I love every inch of you. You and your brother make me so proud to be your mom. I'm honored to be your daughter, your sister, your mother. I'm honored to be your friend, your colleague, your partner, and your fellow woman. I accept this recognition on behalf of all of us. Thank you.
Thanks, Kate, and congratulations. I have the honor of giving out the final award, the Lifetime Achievement Award. I do want to mention that Carolyn Blitz, who won this award last year, I think I got that right, all the years blend, but Carolyn Blitz passed away this past year, and I think we just should have a moment of silence just to recognize Carolyn and the Lifetime Achievement Award that she had won. Okay. The Lifetime Achievement Award is presented to a woman who, throughout her lifetime, has made outstanding business or nonprofit leadership contributions to her community while inspiring other women through mentorship and support. The nominees this year included Kathy Sleeman, Mary Lou Albert, Jane Schaefer, Janice Corey, Leslie Keefe, Sheila Hardin, Stephanie Calabro, Dr. Marie George, and Rosanna Mora. This individual's journey through the world of art and entrepreneurship has left an indelible mark on our community. Our Lifetime Achievement recipient has seamlessly blended creativity with business acumen, leading a renowned company that has been a cornerstone of Bennington for decades. I've also had the good fortune of calling her a mentor and a friend. Our honoree's career has been nothing short of inspirational. Under her leadership, the company thrived, becoming a beloved destination for craft enthusiasts and collectors alike. Her dedication to the craft is evident in the meticulous processes she oversees, where every piece tells a story of innovation and tradition, from hand to heart. Visitors to her shop are treated to a unique experience, witnessing firsthand how artistry and machinery come together to create beautiful, functional pieces that have adorned homes for generations. Her story is also one of perseverance and partnership. She has become a vocal advocate for local business, emphasizing the unique advantages of Bennington for entrepreneurs. Her commitment to community and collaboration has fostered a supportive environment for independent business owners, making Bennington a vibrant hub for creativity and commerce. I think it's a little known fact that she propped up many of the early efforts and the marketing efforts of Bennington, often buying up ad space, not for her own business and prominent publications, but rather to promote Bennington as a whole. She also spearheaded the effort to save Southern Vermont College and helped usher in a transformed Putnam Block. Her work ensures that high quality, beautifully designed pottery is not just for the affluent, but for everyone, enhancing everyday lives with elegance and practicality. As we honor her today, we recognize a leader who embodies the spirit of innovation and community. Her achievements remind us of the power of combining passion with purpose, and the nomination committee and I believe her legacy will continue to inspire future generations of artists and entrepreneurs right here in the region. So please join me in celebrating our Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, a true visionary in the world of pottery and beyond, Sheila Hardin.
So, hello. That Matt Harrington is some leader whisperer, isn't he? And it was a pleasure to be thinking of Debbie. And I actually was also remembering Matt's grandmother, Marion Taylor, because one of my many adventures being a resident of Bennington in Bennington County was the Prospect Center for Children's Art in the school. Okay, I'm going to confess to you that this is my first public appearance since COVID started. And so I'm really kind of terrified. The other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to do a shout out. So I never planned to be a leader. Actually, what happened is that I would be in a situation that needed help, or there was an emergency or some kind of crisis, and I would just basically dive in. And so basically the leadership piece came out of rescuing and solving problems. And my hunch is that that's a very female experience. The other thing that in terms of women in leadership, the other thing that I think is really important is the ways in which, again, I'm a pre-Title IX female. I was born in 1946, so that tells you I'm the absolute oldest possible baby boomer. It also tells you I'm going to be 78 in a couple of months. I loved Kate talking about a new chapter, because in fact, a new chapter is beginning for me. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about that. I'm going to ask you to keep it a little bit under the cone, okay? And yes, I see you, Mike. And I know. I've done a number of businesses, and as Matt says, have been a participant in a number of not-for-profits. And I've always been interested in the economics, because the economy of an entity is basically the boat that carries it. And the other thing is that this is a fundamental thing I've learned, which is that understanding the economics, the economy of something, and then having that be relatively transparent, lets you have good politics. And so that then becomes community building and leadership developing, and it also puts you in a genuine little d democracy where you're chafing and rubbing against each other, right? Sort of struggling with and arguing about what solutions are and where we ought to go and what we ought to do. And that seems to me to be really profoundly valuable. So I'm a really fierce champion of small owner-operated businesses. And it is true that every time I have a chance, I just basically pitch in. And then will date me, but there was a time when you've heard about Emily's List, where women got together and realized that they needed to basically do early money for women to get into politics. And so that was early money makes the yeast rise. And so that's also been a fundamental principle for me. What I've learned about leadership is that it's actually the first follower who's probably the leader, at least in the female side of things, because it's until you have some followers that you actually experience validation inside yourself, and you also manifest in the larger world. In other words, so it's not that you're a crazy lady, you're basically you're able to sell and be sold, you're able to audition for and to audition partnerships, and then basically forge relationships and forge partnerships. So I want to do a shout out to the people who I didn't expect to take over Bennington Potters, and didn't prepare for it. I didn't ever believe that David Gill would die. And so found myself in that situation. And so there's a group of women in the back there who've been essential to my accomplishments. One is Joyce Hall, whom y'all know. Stand up, Joyce. Joyce Hall is the person who is the buyer. She's not going to stand up. It's okay. The buyer and the displayer and just the sort of whole eye that basically you all saw when you were at the store at Bennington, at Potter's Yard. Then there's Leslie Noyes, who is a wonderful, marvelous, amazing graphic designer. And she was essential to me because I knew we needed to build our brand, and we needed to expand our brand, because even though we were a big deal in Bennington, we weren't nearly big enough to draw. So that meant that we basically were reaching out and making alliances with other businesses and advertising and things like that. And Leslie was just really key on that. And then there's Sheila Dunn. She had to change her name when she came because it was too hard for there to be two Sheilas. You can imagine how confusing it was. So Archer Dunn was just really an ambassador, so deeply embedded in the operations at Bennington Potters, and then also going out into the community with, in other words, as my person, and then basically really doing important work in lots of the various operations and events and things like that. The thing that I wanted you to keep a little bit under the comb is that it broke our hearts to close our store with COVID, because that had been so integral to our brand, and all of our marketing work was basically bringing people to Bennington and seeing how the pottery was made. And so we would always have those experiences of people coming in with, wow, an idea that our pottery was very expensive, and then they would take a tour of how we were making it, and then they'd come back in and they'd say, you really need to raise your prices. And so that was just a very, very powerful thing. One more person I want to do a shout out to is Libby Harden. She's my sister, and she has been running the store in Burlington, Bennington Potters North, which also closed. And so the exciting thing is that in end of 23, beginning of 2024, I began to understand that we had real opportunity with other businesses to basically make alliances and form partnerships and form, really in a fundamental way, synergistic ways of going forward. Because what I realized, I had been quite invested since David died. I always knew that basically what I wanted to do was to put the pottery into the hands of the next generation. And that the process was, could we build that? Could we grow that? Could we find that, etc. And so didn't succeed, but now have a sense of a path forward. And so very excited about that. So can't tell you when or what, but can say that the baby's incubating, and I'm going to trust y'all to send good vibrations and good mojo my way and our way. And you will be the first to know. I mean, I'm the person who will decide and who will know. And I do intend to, once we have things a little bit clearer, to basically say, I think what my vehicle is going to be is probably I'll go and talk to the select board, in the 5-minute comment and sort of do updates, and then Mike can take me again. But so that'll be my vehicle for talking with the community, because I feel so joyous and so inspired and so interested in. My commitment is it needs to be an owner-operator. Needs to be the people who own Bennington Potters need to live in Bennington, and they need to work it. It doesn't work, the business math doesn't work with an absentee owner. And that makes it an interesting and complicated problem, because that's an interesting sort of process of auditioning and being auditioned. And so I'm excited about that. So I want to tell you that I really was absolutely gobsmacked when Matt called me and told me that he and his team had put this idea together. I suspect that he wanted me to come out. Yeah, So I want to say thank you, Matt. And then I also want to basically do a shout out. One of the other things is there's a new leader in Bennington County. He's been here now about 15 months, which is Adam Siegel of J.K. Adams. And so I'll tell you that J.K. Adams is opening up its Memorial Day sale next week, 2 weekends from now. And Bennington Pot, he's a super duper retail merchant, has big, big dreams. And so Bennington Potters is up there, and we're also going to be selling seconds at terrific prices. So you guys can check in. And then I just want to say, it feels really good to be back. I wish I knew all of you more. I realized, okay, this started 3 years ago, and I'd sort of left town 3 years ago. But anyway, Bennington Potters always celebrates its birthday on David Gill's birthday, which was the 29th of May. So we'll be having that sale there. So y'all check it out. And thanks very much for the honor. I really, really appreciate it.
You heard it here first, folks. Seconds are for sale. Isn't it fun when you can share those regional inside jokes with 130 people and we know what we're talking about? Okay, so we're going to start to wind down this portion of the luncheon. We will be having a book signing in the back. Northshire Bookstore is open in the back, and you are able to purchase any of the books. I would recommend buying 2 or 3, getting them all signed by Kate, and we'll have that back there, so you can do that. As Polly mentioned, we'll also have the Park McCullough Historic Mansion open for tours. So again, enjoy your day, take some time, and then in closing, first I just want to thank my staff, Michaela, our event manager, Erica, our membership manager, and our new hire, Luis. Thank you guys so much for coming together and pulling this together. We want to thank our host, Park McCullough, and the historic Governor's Mansion, as well as the Carriage Barn. So give another round of applause for Park McCullough. Our presenting sponsors and our book sponsors, we've got Berkshire Bank and PAVE, as well as Macknick Builders and Northshire Bookstore. And then, as we wrap up, we want to thank Pangea, Nick, and the team for not only providing an awesome lunch, but also taking all our plates away too, which makes it so much easier. So thank you, Pangea. All right, and then we did have volunteers here. Between the award people that took it off my hands, as well as people that were checking you in. Many of them were our board members or just volunteers. I know Park McCullough has some volunteers as well here. So just a round of applause for our volunteers. Great. All right, and with that, thank all of you. Please stick around. Please grab some extra refreshments. Check out the book signing with Kate. We want to thank Kate for coming out today. Another round of applause for Kate. And then, as I always do at the end of my events, I ask my staff if I'm forgetting anything else that we should be doing. Pictures for award people, will have you guys come up next. So as everybody's migrating that way, we'll have the 3 award winners come up for photos. And thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the day.